Hey, bank machine. You're just finishing work now, right?
Yeah, I'm finished, but Zoe, please, I've asked you so many times to please stop calling me that.
Huh?
I know I married your father and you're not happy about it. You don't have to call me Mom if you don't want to, but could you at least call me by my name instead of calling me that, please?
Let's compromise. How about Bank Catherine? That's not what I messaged you about anyway. Buy me some ice cream on your way home, and don't expect me to pay you back when you get here either.
If that's all you want, just go buy some with the allowance we give you.
What?
There's a convenience store just a minute's walk from our house. Go get some if you want it.
No way, I'm not wasting my time when you can just do it for me. And why would I want to waste my money on something stupid like ice cream anyway?
What do you mean? If you're not going to use your allowance for things you want, what are you saving it for?
Well, that's obvious. It's for new bags and brand name clothes.
You just got into college. I don't think you should be wasting your money buying things like that.
But yet, you want me to waste it on ice cream. Anyway, I went shopping for clothes yesterday and bought some things, so I don't have any money left anyway.
What? The whole reason we give you a monthly allowance is so that it lasts the whole month. It's only been 1 week. Your dad gives you $200 a month for personal use, and you always say it isn't enough. And on top of that, you go into my purse and take money without asking me. If the things you want are that expensive, you need to consider getting a part-time job and saving up. You're splurging way too much.
Shut up! How dare you say that to me? Oh, I almost forgot. I saw a bag today for $300 that I want, but I didn't have enough for it. So can you give me about $500? I want it and some other things.
No.
What?
If you want something that costs more than the allowance you get, then get a part-time job.
You know what? The only reason you got to marry my father was because I allowed it. You know that, right?
That conversation and this conversation have nothing to do with each other. If you don't want to accept me as your mother, that's completely up to you. But I married your father, so I'm going to act like a mother and treat you like my daughter. That means if you want something you can't have, I'm gonna tell you no.
Shut up, you old hag! If you don't want to get kicked out of her house, you'd better give me that $500. If you go against me, I'll make Dad leave you. I'll just run crying to Dad saying you did something to me, or that you're being really mean to me. He'll divorce you if I want him to. Don't ever forget that.
Zoe, please.
You know what your role is. You're my ATM, my slave. You're my ATM, so act like an ATM. And you're my slave, so do what I say. That means bring me my money and bring me my damn ice cream. I'm going shopping with my friends again next Sunday. Make sure you give me that $500 before then. Hey, bank machine, where's my money? Hey, my $500. When I woke up, you weren't home. What the heck are you doing? I didn't give my ATM slave permission to leave. Hey, message me back. Do you want me to tell Dad?
Oh, sorry, it took me a while to reply. I was driving.
I don't care about that. Where's my money? What happened to my $500?
I said no, didn't I?
A slave can't disobey their master, and you didn't even make my breakfast. Get back here and do it right now.
Me? Oh, I won't be going back to that house ever again.
What? What is this? Are you saying my parents are divorcing again?
No, they're already divorced. I mean your mother and her husband.
Huh? What? I'm talking about you divorcing my father.
Oh, well, Andrew and I are not getting divorced. So that's why I'm not going back to that house.
Huh? I have no idea what you're talking about.
Well, you'll understand in the afternoon.
In the afternoon?
If you still have any questions after that, feel free to message me.
I don't know what you're talking about! Hey, what is this? My mom came to my house. She said her and her boyfriend are going to be living here starting today. That seems strange. She's married to him, so she usually calls him her husband. Anyway, my stepdad's not here yet because he's bringing a moving van with all his stuff in it. What is this?
Huh? Did she not explain everything to you?
She just said she's living here now. What's going on? I know you know something about this. Tell me!
If she didn't explain it properly, I guess I have no choice. First, as of today, the ownership of that house has been transferred to your mother. It's in Lydia's name now. It's her house.
Why?
That's what your father and her settled on.
Settled on? What are you talking about? Settled what?
Your father agreed to give your mom the house if she took full custody of you.
Huh?
Your father and I left the house when you were sleeping. Have you not noticed that all of our things are gone?
Wait, hold on. You're right, the furniture is all still here, but all your personal items and things are gone. What's happening? And from what you said before, you're making it sound like my mom and dad just traded something. But if my mom got the house and she got me, my mom got everything. That's not a trade.
That's what I thought when I first heard it too. But as everything was explained to me, it does sound more like an equal trade.
What are you talking about?
I guess we should start from the beginning. Your mom cheated on Andrew 5 years ago. That's why he divorced your mom. But you chose to live with Andrew because he had a steady job and you didn't want to worry about money, right?
Yeah, so? Mom wasn't working, so it's only natural that I chose to live with Dad. He had money.
It does make sense when you think about it like that.
What are you saying?
You planned that with your mom, didn't you?
Huh?
Zoe, you knew that your father, Andrew, wasn't your real father, didn't you?
Huh?
You're the daughter of another man that your mom had been cheating with long ago. You knew this whole time that Andrew wasn't your real dad, but you pretended not to know, right?
Wait, why are you?
You know, Andrew knew that you were secretly meeting with your mom.
Ha! You're lying.
The reason you and your mom were secretly meeting up was something you and your mom had planned before the divorce was even finalized, wasn't it? But you knew that legally Andrew was supposed to know about any meetings you had with your mom. When he found out you were secretly meeting with her, he knew something was up. He hired a private investigator to find out what was really going on.
A private investigator?
And then, after Andrew married your ATM slave, i.e. me, your mom stopped coming to see you on her scheduled days. And she was so happy because she could see as many guys as she wanted whenever she wanted. She was so happy that Andrew and I were raising you, even though we weren't your real parents, and giving you everything you wanted without her needing to lift a finger for you.
But that...
You were even taking some of our money and giving it to your mom. Don't deny it, the private investigator recorded you and your mom having multiple conversations. You both laughed at Andrew and made fun of him for caring about you and being so stupid. But honestly, Andrew knew long ago that you weren't his child.
What? Really?
He knew, but he had already raised you as his own since you were born. He wanted to keep giving you the lifestyle you had. He didn't want you to need to worry about money. He took full custody of you because he cared that much about you. But even so, you snuck off to meet with your mother to laugh at him and say those horrible things about him. How did you think it made Andrew feel when he heard that?
But that was...
You broke his heart. You made him feel like you wasted all those years. All the years he treated you as his own. He said if you don't care about him, there's no reason for him to keep caring about you.
Huh?
You know what else he said? He said you're exactly like your mother.
Well, yeah, obviously, because I'm her daughter. I look like her too.
No. He said the ugly laugh he heard coming from you on the recordings. The laugh you made when you're laughing at people you've used and deceived. He said you're just like your mother.
He said I was ugly.
I felt the same way. Every time you treated me so poorly, I know exactly what he means.
What?
That's why I showed him all the messages you were sending me. How you were treating me every single day.
You showed him the messages I sent you? That's an invasion of privacy.
Well, I'm sorry if you feel that way, but after he read the horrible things you said to me and about me, he again said she's just like her mother.
How dare he? He's supposed to act like my dad, but he goes and says that?
Yeah, But like you said many times on the recordings, he's not your real dad.
But Dad...
So that's why he's not pretending to be your father anymore. He's done.
He's done?
So that's what we meant when we said we traded. Andrew gave your mother his house, and in return he got what he wanted. He got to give her back full custody of you.
I don't get it. Mom got everything, so why do you keep calling it a trade? This house is big and beautiful, and my mom and her boyfriend get to live here. And I know how nice Andrew is. He'll probably keep paying for me, and he'll pay for my college too. He's not getting anything in this so-called trade.
You know, your mom, she married the person she cheated on Andrew with, the person you called your stepdad. But recently she was caught cheating with yet another man. And your stepdad kicked her out of the house. She had no place to stay, so she came running and crying to Andrew.
What? When did that happen?
The person that she's going to be living with in your house is probably the person she cheated with. So the person coming with the moving van, I think it's her boyfriend, not your stepdad. And I hear that guy is also married. I think your mom's old husband and this new guy's wife are both going to be suing your mom for compensation money. Your mom just wanted a place to stay and someone to help her work and pay off the debt she's going to be in.
Someone to help her work?
Yeah, looks like it's going to be you.
What, me? Why?
It looks like you're going to have to drop out of college.
Drop out?
Well, there's no way that Lydia can afford to pay for it. She can barely keep up as it is.
Yeah, but Dad's gonna pay for it.
Honestly, as a final gesture of goodwill, Andrew paid your mom all the rest of your tuition fees. But I heard instead of letting you have it for college, your mom immediately put it towards the huge debt she has.
Debt?
Even after using all your tuition payment on it, I think she still has tens of thousands of dollars to pay off. I don't know exactly how much.
You're lying. That's not possible. Mom hasn't said anything about this to me.
I'm only telling you what Andrew told me. I don't have any additional information for you. If you want more details, you're going to have to ask your mom.
Hey, I want to go with you.
Huh?
I don't want to quit college, and I don't want to start working yet. I don't want to be poor. I don't want Dad. Please let me go with you.
Begging me isn't going to change anything.
You could persuade Dad to let me come with you.
I'm going to let Andrew do what he wants to do. If you don't want to live there, I guess you should get out and find your own place. I know it sounds mean, but that's the only thing I can suggest. You're old enough.
Just wait. You wanted to be my mom, right? You're just going to give up on that now? That's pretty irresponsible.
Andrew wasn't your biological father, and he doesn't have custody of you anymore, so I have nothing to do with this.
Come on!
Zoe, you're old enough to take care of yourself now anyway. You're just gonna have to do your best.
Take me with you!
I'm sorry.
I'm begging you.
Zoe got caught in an unfortunate situation, and before she had time to process everything, she was forced to drop out of college. Her mother made her get a job waiting tables at a bar at night to help keep the lights on at their place. But with Zoe's attitude, just as I thought, I heard she was fired within the first 2 months. What's worse, I heard she stole her mom's boyfriend from her, and Zoe and him ran off together. I heard that since then, Zoe has only contacted one of her relatives once. And according to them, she got caught up in some other trouble and is now working the streets at night. Along with that, we hear her mother, Lydia, attempted to track down Andrew and I, in an attempt to get Andrew back, more likely in an attempt to get Andrew's money. Luckily, she didn't know our new address and her attempt failed before Andrew and I had to deal with her. As for Andrew and I, Andrew had put in a request to transfer to one of his company's overseas branches, and the request was granted. Soon, we won't have to worry about Lydia and Zoe ever again.